Grumpy's laid back carving, spent all day.
Uh-oh.
Wood chips flying, keeping troubles at bay. Epoxy roach clips and creation so smart. Crafting a kingdom, all straight from the heart. Like and subscribe, come join the breeze. Here in the workshop, the mind feels at ease. Hammer and lace, singing the pain away. Welcome to the haven, where good vibes stay.
Come on, open up. There it
Shavings on
goes.
the floor, a beautiful mess. Carving stress away, ain't nothing less. Hands worn tough, but the spirits are light. Turning and shaping till the stars.
All right. Hey, good morning, Bear. Matthew. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I didn't have my early bird start up this morning because grandkids stayed the night last night, so I didn't set no alarms or anything. I was up at 5, but my grandson woke up at like 5:15, and so I kept everything quiet and chill so he'd go back to sleep.
Epoxy drips like a fiery stream.
There we go. My earbud wasn't working.
Like an artist's dream.
This is early enough. It's not. I'm normally up going an hour before now. I normally start at 5:30 every morning, or try to start at 5:30 every morning. That's always. Let me mute this. They changed. There we go. My bad.
Welcome to the haven, where good vibes stay.
That's just when I first started doing the lives and trying to schedule. That's when I started setting them because it's nobody's up here at the house, so I'm not interfering with the home schedule by trying to schedule my lives. But hell, I guess with a divorce going on, I don't have to worry about the home schedule no more. I just gotta get some normality going again, and then I'll reschedule stuff.
Roach clips and creation so smart. Crafting a kingdom, all straight from the heart. Like and subscribe, come join the breeze. Here in the workshop, the mind feels at ease.
9 to 6:30. There you go.
Singing the pain away. Welcome to the haven, where good vibes stay. Shavings on the floor, a beautiful mess. Carving stress away, ain't nothing left.
If I got something to do, it's like, I don't know, that helps that internal clock. You know, if I know I'm gonna get up and go doing something and I enjoy it, then I'll wake up before that alarm goes off most of the time. That's how I was going for a hot minute, but like I said, all the extra drama here lately, my my scheduling and all is just off a little bit.
Epoxy drips like a fiery stream. Polished wood gleams like an artist's dream. The hum of creation drowns out the strife. Each piece a little load to a
I will just be glad when everything's kind of done. I mean, yeah. Not glad, but glad. You know, I can't change anything, can't stop anything, but dang sure can make it be over. You know. Hey, you and me both, Bear. You and me both. I hate it too. Like I said, it was, I don't know. I can't say it wasn't expected because deep down I knew everything was rocky, but I just, I don't know. Took stuff for granted too much. I thought I had more time to try to work things out, and I guess not. How do I say? I was under the impression that we were trying to get close again, and the son graduated school, and he didn't take off a year. He graduated high school and he got a couple of different scholarships. He got a Florida Bright Future scholarship for his main college courses and all, but he's not using that until I guess this coming up school year. He got the scholarship from one of the Votech schools that he was going to while he was in high school for his dual enrollment classes. They gave him a scholarship, so he's using that this year. But anyway, I figured once he got himself in and out of school and got out of the house, that would have given us the empty nest syndrome. We'd have had a little more time to try to reconnect and find one another again. But that was, I guess, my hopes. But no, didn't happen that way. So, it is what it is. At least it's going civil. We're not being crazy about stuff. I am, but I mean not argumentative crazy. I'm just being a little emotional because I don't want the stuff to end, but other than that, I mean, it could be a worse situation, I guess. That's the only thing I can look at, is it could be a nasty divorce, but it's not nasty. It's just hard to deal with it because I want to get angry and be mad about stuff, but that puts me back to the old grouchy Ray Ray, and that's what I've worked so hard to change, so yeah. Hey, good morning, Keith. How you doing? Hey, good morning. You get to be blue. I know your channel from Jack's channel. Good morning. Thank you for coming through. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm just getting that little morning lung exercises ready. Get set up. I need to finish up that little carving on my table right there. That's my piece for Suzanne's emoji challenge. I know I procrastinated that I do that a lot. I am the king of procrastination. I'll work on every dang project under the sun, but if it's a challenge or something, it's like I don't mess with it until it's like dang near due, the deadline, and then it's like I fret and stress and grind away at it until I get it done. And then her challenge, the emoji challenge, I always joke and say I'm batshit crazy. And so I wanted to do the bat and then the little poo and then the little crazy guy. And I wanted to put them all together on one board, but I couldn't get it to come out on paper looking right for me. And every time I'd mess with it, I kept going back to the broken heart. And I guess that broken heart kind of fits me better right now. Say the heart knows, right? And then I got here one of my strong ink pieces, another one of the ornament assemblies months ago. Well, I've had that one drawn out for a minute on that board, and had it somewhat just outlined, and then I carved on it good the other day and the day before that. But I said I wanted to do the little bat and then the little poo emblem and the crazy guy face. That would have just suited me perfect. You just got to jump out there and throw something together. Hey, good morning, Radar. Yeah, this is a strong ink ornament kit DK-2-G. It's similar to this kit with the way it went together. That'd be the bottom cap. Gives it a little more flair, and then the top cap's the same, but it's just gold. And I already got the tube glued into this piece of cedar, so I figured I'd turn that into something there in a minute. And that's just too cool. I love this whole strong ink jumping in and helping out some of these small channels. Well, heck, not even small channels. They hooked up big and small. Strong ink's pretty cool. And then my board, I'm gonna take and undercut a little bit more around. Try to undercut in here. That's gonna be a workout. I have some diamond bits. I don't know how well they're gonna cut on this because they ain't really for cutting, I guess, but I haven't used any of them yet. But this one, I have a little bit of a T-bit kinda. I'm gonna try to use that and try to get under there a little better. Here, see, I run it just tight right in there. Yeah, that's what we're gonna try anyway. And then I had my detail bits for the cut saw. I wanted those and like drooled over those things. And I finally ordered some and got them, and I have not broke them out of the box and used the first one. It's like my precious. I don't want to get them dirty. Then I got an extra set of fine bits because I ordered the detail kit and they sent me this kit instead. And then when I called them up, they told me to keep this set as their mistake and then sent me the right set. So it's like, heck yeah. But I haven't opened those guys up either. I'm funny like that. I'll want something forever and then finally get it. And it's like, ooh, I just stare at it in the package and don't mess with it for a bit.
Let the anger unwrap, yeah. Aliens come get grumpy, cosmos bound. Made in pain, but we stay off the ground. Hit like, hit subscribe, just stick around. Laid back vibe when the world.
This is a piece of the, what is that? That's regular dowel rod. This is, yes, this is the hard maple. And then, yeah, I got bits and pieces spread out from when I was making all my roach clips the other, or a couple weeks ago. All right. Oh, bump the camera. Oh, thank you, Granny. I don't have a whole bunch of carving talent. I mean, I do, I don't. It's hit and miss, I guess. But there's a lot of talented carvers out there. Bear's getting real good. I like watching Bear carve. But my stuff don't have the detail, I guess, that it used to. I like doing my pins and my roach clips. Roach clips are my number one. I've always done those. I guess I always will. Hey, good morning, Tina. All right, I got to remove one of my earbuds in case the kids come out into the garage and I can hear them. I can't hear nobody when I got both them earbuds going. That's the only thing. I shouldn't get too loud. My dust collector and all is fairly quiet in the back of the house. You can't really hear none of the stuff. I just got to make sure I can hear. Oh. I'll turn that on and see how loud that's going to be. I messed with my microphone a little bit on my settings, so I don't know if the noise cancellation is going to work right, but we'll find out. If it gets loud, you know, just something a little quieter. Hey, good morning, Jen. Remember them lung exercises. Breathe in, let them expand, and exhale. Excuse me. It's something about that terpene that's in that strand. It sure enough catches my breath. Doing a nice undercut, getting nothing that's gonna be gonna be the issue. Yeah, it's super lemon haze for the sativa, and then I got some Bailey grape mixed into that just to kick that down a little. And I don't know what turkey it is. One of the ones in that lemon haze. Y'all can't see the undercut that it's doing on the camera. I don't imagine not as good, but it's working out. I like it. I need a. That's my little investment in the bit packages. I want to get those. I've seen y'all. No, I can't. I don't remember who I've seen with them exactly, but the different set of they're almost cup shaped, but they're not quite cupped. But they're bigger. The diameter of that size steps them up. And they get, I think, though, I've seen them up to almost about the size of a dime, and then stepped in different sizes. Yeah, I need that for my undercuts. Is the Dremel sound and the air sound too much? Well, y'all know it would help. It's early. The two birds are nice. Yeah. Oh, I got this pack of diamond. And this is the closest I got to that T-bird. Because there's two of them in here. This one's a little bit thicker. About the same diameter, but the thickness seems to be a little more. Sounds good, cool. You know what helps though with my sound, or even the dust collection? I got the dust collector going, but I didn't have the flipping hose attached to the downdraft. It was still over there on my leg. But we're on the downdraft now. That's what happens. You start getting in your head and you don't think. You think, but you don't think. The heck? Ooh, we started going deeper right there. I don't know why. I guess tried to wrap that angle and the bird started moving. like that because it's working kind of like a router. I'm letting the shaft of the burr ride around the edge of the heart and cut as deep as it'll cut, and then using that as a guide, kind of working out. Oops, not the camera. That's why I got to adjust my camera up too. I reach in here and start messing with stuff, and I hit the dang thing. It's too low. But once I dig around and get that undercut, I'm gonna have a little bit of a lip right here, and I'll come back and feather that away to where it kind of blends into the rest. And then I gotta clean all that up still too. But once I get that undercut going in there, I'll take my burr and try to wrap around, and I'll round that edge out, soften it up some. But yeah, it's cutting it good, but it's leaving me that line, so I'll have to go back and clean that. Ooh, I know it gets louder once I start using the table for support. It kind of amplifies the drumming. We're gonna get that Mr. Roy headset eventually. Hey, good morning, Miss Francis. Where did it go? It's in my lap. That's about like my lighter. That damn stoner can't never find a lighter. Stand up is gonna hit the floor. It's gonna be in your lap somewhere. Oh. And my damn brush was in my lap. That's gonna work. That's undercutting good, but it's like I said, I've got me a nice little hard lip right through there. I have to go through and kind of work down now. Let's see, use my cut saw. See if that'll work. These little drill collets are awesome for your flex shaft, but they'll start collecting dust and build up in there every now and then. You got to almost take them apart and knock all the dust out of it and then put it back together. But if you have randomly different bits, like your 1/8, and then it jumps down into what the 3/16 and stuff like that on the different sizes, like here, you'd have to change out your whole collet in your Dremel for it to hold. But with these little multi chucks on there, you just bounce from bit to bit and just go with it. I like it. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, Tim. When it comes to coloring it up and everything, I don't know if I'm gonna incorporate epoxy or if I'm just gonna go with the pigments and paint it. I'm not sure yet. Now it would be cool. No, I don't, Miss Francis. This is the only ones that I have. That's what I was talking about earlier. I got this little diamond one and then one more that's a little bit thicker. But now I thought about that, putting a small border up around it, to frame it in like a mold, and then pour me some resin on there and kind of fill it in, to where it's a glass top, and the heart's within the resin. I thought about that, but ooh, that's a lot. Well, I guess it's no different than my blanks. My blanks are just round. Yeah. It's reliefed it. Let's see, that board was what? Oh, where's one? I got another one close, I thought. Like a 1/6. There's one. Started with that, and then cut her down into that. Kind of like how I did my little piece heart that I did last time. Kind of soften that line back up off of the heart very small. It's hard to do all that and then have it on the camera too. Because the angle that I gotta hold the piece and hold the piece around. And then right here, number 22, that's what's a little tougher. And then I got my Dremel on a foot pedal, just an on-off foot pedal. That makes it so much better. And especially like if you run off the piece and almost hit your hand or hit your clothes, you snatch your foot up off that pedal real fast. Sometimes you can save that foot there. Not all the time, but sometimes. And it's crazy because you don't think you're removing that much material, but You really are. When you actually slow down and look, I mean, you're just doing little bumps and stuff, but it truly, it's hard to see with this color and the camera and the light because there's not enough shadow on there for you, I guess. But it is getting it. Makes it stand out. And then when you do start getting those shadows, that's when it starts to really play better. Prop that up that way my dang dust collector can still breathe and I don't block it off. Yeah, that's hard to see on the camera. Got to play with the lighting in there. Yeah, good morning, Alan. We had a late start. I didn't set no alarm for grandbaby stayed last night. But this is why I hadn't opened my fine birds, as I still have out of the cut saw birds. I don't carve as heavy handed. That's one thing I've lightened, gotten real light with my touch when I carve because of my grip. I don't want to push too deep into the wood, and so being a little lighter handed carving, these cut saw birds last forever. And then I try to stay away from the wet wood and stuff that's gonna plug it up too bad. Like you really with the fine bird and try to clean up some stuff, that starts to take the tool marks out and you start to see the wood. I'll spin it even with the dust collector, I'd rather sand outside because of the finer particles. Right? Well, see, that's the hard thing. It's hard to work in that finesse when you got the heavy hands. You can do it, but it's almost like Jordy. When Jordy just when he throws that war tape on and he just gives her heck and ain't paying attention and just getting in it, man, it almost seems like the faster he carves, the better his carvings look sometimes. And it's crazy. It's like I don't know. I can't do it. And watch the way he just, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, he uses these big birds. and runs through there and gets so much awesome flipping detail and stuff in his pieces, and it's so sharp and all. And it's like, how does he do it? I've tried and tried and tried, and I just can't. Oh yeah, I'm a Jordy groupie. I love watching his work. I could watch him carve a wood spirit every day, you know. And it's almost like I learn something every time I watch because I pick up little detail and then I'll forget that crap the next day and then pick it back up and then remember it a week later. So yeah, when I watch his videos, it's just yeah, I don't get bored at all. That phone is still hot. I want to get back into my wood spirits and stuff though. That's one thing I want to do. Add back to the table, and then I want to get let's see, get used to working on them again because I want to step some of them back down onto my clips again, and I just haven't carved them enough here lately to make them look right on my clips. I'm surprised I haven't been hit with making muffins yet. I figured my grandson would have done woke up. 7:30. It won't be hard. One of them will be up. I said something the light just turned on. There's my pepper puppy. It's not my name. What's up, big girl? Did you wake up? Tell mama you gotta go pee pee. Come on, let's go. Come on, go. It's comfortable out here this morning. Cool out here. Feels good. Oh, stretch it out. I hear some right beside the courthouse. How does that work out? It don't bother me either way, but ordinance, if you by law, we chickens and stuff down here, but we're not allowed to have a rooster. I guess for that reason right there.
Grumpy in the shop, new year, new leaf. Carving out dreams with shaking belief. Chiseling edges, letting go of grief. Woodside smooth, feeling some relief. Sawdust flying, tails in the air.
Getting too far away from my computer.
Nights and cedar stories to share. On the lake, hope is always fair. Let's make this a wood.
How about now?
With every
We got too far away. We might be back.
crying as day moves along. In Grumpy's world, nothing's ever wrong.
Oh, is it still that chilly up there? I mean, it was chilly this morning here.
Feeling the cure would become
I'm 71 in the shop, and then we are 62 outside. So I said I walked outside with the pups. It's chilly out there. Not cold, but it's a chill. And them aches and pains, I understand that when it's cold. You don't want to be in that cold.
sparks flying as day moves along. In Grumpy's world, nothing's ever wrong.
Oh, that's giving some good shadow in there right now. Just now seeing that on the camera. That's working good with the shadow play now with the undercuts. That's what I like about undercutting and everything. And I picked that up from Jordy too, doing the undercuts. And then that's a lot of things with getting that depth, I guess. That's what throws me is I cannot get that much depth in such a small piece the way he does. And who else was doing it? Another carver in the Kindred Spirits and then Carbon Fusion groups. Trisha Trotter, she does some awesome man gum detail on such small pieces like that. Like with Jordy's lighter cases and everything that he carves, those things aren't very thick. You know, that epoxy you pour on these lighter cases is thin. And I don't have quite enough depth. I mean, I have some in there, but it's still at the same time flat. And they take them things and cut and curve and wrap around, and it's like I can't do it. I'll get there, I hope. But y'all, come on, Sparrow. He's a good boy. Pepper, come on. I'll have to cut the grass by Wednesday. My shoulder, buddy, I about ripped my shoulder apart cranking that lawnmower last. I think the air filter was about stopped up, so hopefully it won't be as tough to crank up this time. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. There's nothing out there. She's just walking around smelling everything. She says, I have to investigate the perimeter. The perimeter is clear. Good girl. All right. No kids is up yet, so that's what it was. The pups woke up and woke her up. She put them out to bed. But now I just put them back inside, so they're gonna go around scratching on doors and gonna be waking folks up here directly. I always say, if I'm up, you gotta be up. Rise and shine. Oh. I've used just the diamond burrs when I do these. I've used just the small goodness. Excuse me, they're all buried. No, they're not right here. I'll say they're all buried. Just a little kit of diamond burrs like this. Does the epoxy is so soft, it carves and cuts easy. Yeah. And then you got your different, I guess your different grits of the diamonds, but these work out pretty good. And then the pack of burrs that I got with the micro carver, I got that Marathon 3 microcarber that Jordy had. He donated it to Wowie for a prize back when they did the New Year New Leaf challenge, I believe. I think that's when I got that one. Yeah, because I got the micro motor, and he sent the micro motor. This is one of his famous paint palettes, I guess, yo. But he sent the micro motor and this pack of burrs, because it's the shit. I opened them up backwards. It's the 3/16 burrs or whatever. It's them tiny ones, and that fit the micro motor. But they're all diamond and different flame tips and out of camera, different flame tips and stuff. I use these a lot too on the epoxy. But when it's the bigger pieces of epoxy, I guess it'll probably most likely let's get it out. The extreme, you could probably burn through the epoxy with that. And it's gonna plug it, but with it being so coarse, it'd be easier to clean that one out. The coarse burr and the fine burr, I don't know. Maybe if they were old and wore out, I wouldn't put my new burrs on it, because I'd be afraid if you hit it too hard and got it too hot, it's gonna melt as it's cutting, and then that's gonna plug your burr up. But if you play with the speeds, that's one thing I haven't quite done, and I don't keep it familiar in my mind as in what speeds work for what. But you slow that speed down on your Dremel and then lighten your touch up, it's not gonna get as hot. So you might be able, all right, Tim, have a great morning. Your burr won't get as hot and it won't melt it as bad. Or if you sit there and turn and just do that light touch, yank, 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 just kind of brush off. But once you get a good steady grind, it's soft. Once you, I left the tool mark in that with my lighter case. Once you get a good steady grind on it, though, it's gonna get hot. But I wouldn't see. Like just doing this board, this fine burr is plugging up, and that's just wood. So yeah, I know that epoxy will dang sure plug them up. But I use the little diamond bits. That, and then like I said, you want to go and start cutting like good beard hairs or whatever or something like that. Start doing those little cutters, those metal cutters or aluminum cutters. Those will work good on it too. And then those Dremel bits, the round fluteds, they do good, but again, you got to control that speed and that touch. Like I said, the faster that thing gets going, sometimes it cuts better, but on that epoxy stuff, it might go to melting it. And that's probably what I'm going to end up doing with this, is taking I almost want to break out my fine burr, my detail burrs, because I know that's what they're for, but I don't want to break them out yet. But I want to take, I think, my taper burr here and get it a more of an angle and try to cut up in here a little bit more. I think I want that undercut just a little bit deeper. Hey, good morning, Mr. Pink. Hey, Cedar, good morning. Oh, let's see if we can turn on some noise. Oh. Gotta get that on the Switch. Get it on the Switch and then get it boxed in. I have to wait for before I do any physical building or anything else here. I want to make sure everything goes how it's supposed to go on paper, how we have it figured out on paper for this divorce. I want to make sure it all plays out right. And if it does, where I have my dust collector hanging now, I planned on boxing that in and making that like a table and everything because it's right in front of my window. And so I can build a shelf coming off the window sill, basically the same height as the window, come off the wall a couple of foot and then drop straight down, and then that'll muffle that noise right there extremely better. And then I'll take and hopefully it'll balance out with my mic because I can hear my mic get almost kind of robotic-y sounding because it's trying to break up those sounds. Trying to see what I really need to focus at on here. Yeah. Trying to find those tool marks that I love. And we did that undercut with that little keyboard. That's a little weird. Gotta play with it with the shadows and all the thunder. And that's another thing when you're in your groove, it sucks to slow down and change burrs. But it got to change your burrs sometimes. Or have an extra handpiece or something that's set up with a different burr that you want. Cause I've messed up some pieces because I've sat there and been been doing something and it's like, oh, I finished that part already and I moved to a different burr, and then I come back around and it's like, oh, I messed that up, and I'll try to clean it up knowing I'm using the wrong burr, and I end up losing my detail and messing the piece up. I was bad about trying to do everything with one burr, not changing out. And I feel that with me, the way I carve, that variety helps. That is. I like that wood that we got out there right now. That reminds me when I was little and camped. It's just cold enough to where you're gonna bundle up, but then you're not freezing, and it makes the campfire and all just perfect. That's how it feels out there right now. I like that. We camped so much when I was younger. That's one childhood memory that I got that will stay embedded in my brain. I learned and growed and done so much crazy crap when we used to go camping. Because we did. We went camping religiously every flipping weekend. Uh, at a certain point when I was little, my mom and dad, and then their buddies growing up, they lived right up the road from us. I mean, I could walk back and forth to the house, and I was good buddies with their kid, which well, I thought I was. As I growed up, I realized he was a manipulating bully real bad. But anyway, when I was little, I grooved. You know, it was something to do. But yeah, we would go to school. He was a few years older than me. We'd get off the bus and walk up the road, get my stuff together, throw it in my parents' car. Then we'd go on up to his house, pack his stuff up, and then boom, we'd head up to the lake. We'd go camping at Bear Lake in our area, and we did that, like I said, every weekend forever. I loved it. Never got to really do that with my kids though, the way I did, because I always thought it was, I don't know, I didn't just do in the moment. I thought it was too big of a production to get everything together, make sure everybody had snacks, because I don't know, my kids was brought up a little different than I was. You know, I was brought up, you eat what was there. You know, it wasn't two or three different meals at dinner time because somebody didn't like this or something. And so, yeah, it was, seemed like it would have been more of a production, but I wish I had took them camping a few times. My daughter went with Girl Scouts, but my son, I never got him out there like that. But at the same time, I had a different mindset. I tried to keep him in a bubble. I didn't want him to hurt himself growing up so much like I did. I was so dang rough and tough growing up. I feel that's what helped blow my back out and crap. So I always kind of kept him bubbled up because he's so smart. And I didn't want him to get into sports and get concussions and crap like that. And I wanted him to use his head, not his body. I feel I did hinder him a little bit, but then at the same time, maybe he'll thank me when he gets a little older because his body won't ache and hurt as bad as mine. I don't know. I don't know if I was selfish or just being stupid or what. They don't come with instruction books, so I thought I was doing the right thing. one more little thing not bad. I need to sand it all down better now. Dusty. It needs to get some dust. Dang thing sounds like an air compressor going off. It's this little handheld blower that I got from Miss Tina from Pour Resin with Love. Won this from Deland and them live from Ryan from what was it? Backroad Builds, I believe. And she couldn't receive it because it was U.S. and Canada shipping only, so she was able to donate her prize, and she donated to me. I thought that was just awesome. And that little thing works. I use that on my lathe. I use it in here carving. Technically, I'm supposed to have my dust mask on, but I don't have it on right now. So, but can't blow all that dust off your fine pieces when you got that mask on. So that blower works nice. Oh, that's what we need is a pedal for that thing. I do miss my vacuum on the foot pedal. No. Oh, I boogered it up right there. I've cut too much. I should have stopped with the T-burr. The T-burr left it enough shadow, and then that daggone cut saw burr was just too thick, and it's giving me too big of an undercut ridge. Oh well. Live and learn, but it looks good. Just looking dead on it is making it really pop off the board some, so that's okay. Picking it up, you don't see it until you pick it up and start looking around. You start looking around and it's like, ooh, too much of a lip. It don't look right. It's starting to make the heart look too thin. Oh goodness, I'm running into stuff. Oh. I got to organize my goodie boxes now. Y'all have hooked me up with some goodies. I got lots of little pieces of wood to turn. Got to get with it. I need more kits. That's what I want to do too. After this next event, I'm gonna sit back through and go back through and stack up on different kits and stuff. I'm gonna go through Strong Ink's site and load up on some of their different pen kits. I really I gotta see what they have, what bushings I'm gonna need and stuff like that for the different kits, and I want to try to get a variety of kits with the bushings that I already have, minimize how many extra new bushings I need to buy, but I know eventually I'm gonna have to slowly stock up on all of them because I really want to get into the different pens. There's so many. Yeah, I mean, It would work. That's what I was thinking about doing was bordering it up and pouring it to make it look like a tabletop or something, so it was all completely underneath the resin, because it'll give it more of that 3D effect. But I do need to go with the so looking at it now, you can't see it, but when you pick it up and look, you can see. And that mess that I can see when I pick it up, I can eliminate it. I'm just gonna have to sit there and take my time with my bit, and then trim that ledge down and kind of blend it in. I'll probably leave it alone though. I get to messing with it too bad, I'll start messing up other little spots here and there. And boys, that oil less is more. Oh. Cause yeah, that would be cool. Turn around, sand it down, burn it with my torch. Not crackly burn, but burn and distress and darken it up a lot here and there with my torch. Give it some accents and stuff, and then knock all that back off to where it's not as bright. And then border it up, and then use like a one of those interference powders. Put just a little bit of it in the mix, to where almost gives it that glittery effect, but not as bad. And then the dark points behind burning the wood, those burn points where it's darker will make that interference kind of walk away. I know when I start messing with stuff, I start picking. I take that project, make that project last a month. Keep adding and keep adding and keep adding. It's like, oh, it's never done. Enough's not enough. But no, burning it, that's what I thought about though. But seriously, was putting the border up on there and then filling it in with the resin like a tabletop, but not coloring the resin, but putting a little bit of that interference green, that ghost green into it, and then that green will react better with that burnt background. Is what I was trying to say. There we go. But I don't know if I want to put that much work into the broken heart piece. Because we all know that broken heart ain't going no damn where no time soon. But that's dang sure how I feel at the moment. So maybe I need to put all that work into that piece, get it on out of my system. I don't know. But I don't want to have a beautiful piece of a broken heart to remind me forever. So I don't know. But I can't stop thinking, because I start working on it and they say you have those moments where your life flashes before your eyes. Like, oh, you're getting a bad wreck or something, and then boom, it just hits, and you see everything real fast. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful for what I got. Well, deep down, working on that piece, just watching that movie play over and over. Time for the sequel, and I don't want to go to the sequel. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I got some ghost green. It's an interference, just that interference green. I got blue. It's the Let's Resin Ghost colors.
Shop late, working through the night. Every cut heals, every scrape mends. Woodcraft therapy, that's how life bends. Grumpy's pace, laid back vibes. Whittling woes down, pain subsides. Tools whisper secrets old as time.
I don't know if kids is gonna get in the sprinkler today. They might. It warms up. It might warm up out there.
Always wanting more.
They played in the sprinkler last weekend when they stayed, and they come over last night and said, we got our bathing suits today. There you go. It was chilly this morning.
Craving the relief I find. Wood spirits smile, they understand. In this workshop, I'm a healed man.
I got to get my dust masks situated because my crazy Daisy, she's carved with me. She's Grumpy. She used to be Grumpy's baby, but she turned into a Mimi's butt because Mimi don't say no. Grumpy says no. Grumpy puts his foot down and has boundaries, and she's a sassy little butt, and so she don't like it when Grumpy says no. And so she's gravitated to being a Mimi's butt because Mimi won't tell her no. But
In the shop late, working through the night. Every cut heals.
she'd be out here carving with me and stuff. I'd set her up a little board and give her my little Dremel stylus and put a sanding stone in there and let her. Never gave her nothing with no burr, no teeth or nothing on it. But
Patterns emerge like ancient lore.
she'd do her little carving.
Wanting more.
I'd draw a little picture. She'd draw a little picture. I'd clean it up for her just a little bit and then have it on a little board. And then she'd, like I said, she'd take that little stone and sand over the lines and do her little style of a carving. She wants to carve so bad. She's like, Grumpy, when can I carve with you again? When I had her set up to carve with me, I didn't have my carving box. I had my downdraft table and all. It was open is what I'm getting at. I could sit right there with her and watch over her shoulder and make sure she was doing okay and all. And then I started doing the cottonwood bark and that stuff went everywhere, and I boxed up my table to try to contain the dust, and she's never really got back in there and carved with me since then. Hey, good morning, John.
Art from the soul under workshop light.
Get these up.
Lathe carving grooves, cutting deep and true. Grumpy's laid back vibe. It's pure deja
Oh,
vu.
come on. What is it? Taint?
Roach clips shining like the moon.
Or are they just stuck? Oh, damn, they're just stuck.
Fingers stained with color so bold.
Ooh, and I didn't have my beard. I just had my damn wannabe goatee shit going on there.
Stories unfold. Like in
I didn't think I stuck the thumbtack in the picture.
churning ideas like the lace flow.
No, it's in the thumbtack.
Reaching out to the stars. This is soul on wood, never behind bars. Medication rolled up tight tonight. Art from the soul under workshop light.
All right.
Lathe carving grooves, cutting
That's my grand boy. He was little. He was pretending to carve. I didn't let him get busy with too much stuff. I didn't have my box over nothing then.
color storms in the
All right, and that's my crazy Daisy.
treasures made with flair.
She was carving with the stylist. And really wasn't doing much carving, you know, and I didn't let her get a whole lot going in there unless I had her masked up. And that's when I first got into it a little bit with her. And then she really didn't have no real mask to wear. She was wearing basically a damn COVID mask.
Resonating color storms in the air. Craft and treasures made with flair. Epoxy shines pure and uncontrolled.
But yeah, that's my babies. My little man. Like I said, my granddaughter, she was my crazy daisy. Like I said, but Grumpy started saying no, and she didn't like that word, especially coming from Grumpy. So she gravitated to a Mimi's butt.
Grumpy's at the lace, spin a roach clip tight. Epoxy dreams gleam in the fluorescent light. Workshop therapy, wood chips in the storm. Alien fog rolls, keeping hands warm.
I guess I can take the picture of Mimi off the wall, huh? Ain't no point in having that hanging no more.
Eyes red tinted, chasing moments we missed. Medicated haze,
Sucks, y'all.
take flight. Dust in the beam, lost in
I love her so much.
all night.
And I got a thumbtack on the floor out here somewhere, and I don't know where it went. That's gonna be fun finding. I'm gonna find that bad boy in a week from now in my heel. I'm gonna be like, ooh, there it is.
Turning broken pieces into things
Oh,
aliens in the mist, visions twirl, can't resist. Eyes red tinted, chasing moments we miss. Medicated haze, chronic pains take flight. Dust in the beam, lost in vibes all night. Sparking line, fingers move in a trance.
as long as I find it, the kids don't find it. I hate for them to step on it. My big old feet, I probably hardly feel the damn thing. I don't see it moving. I heard the mug fall and hit though, and I don't see it nowhere.
Therapy runs deep. Wood shavings fall in spirals as the vibe creeps. Aliens chime in, antennas catch the wave. Turn and subscribe. This the groove you
Oh, how's everybody doing today? What's everybody got on their game plan? I'll be playing Muffin Man, I figured, in the next 30 minutes or so. Boy, Grumpy always makes muffins for them when they stay the night, too. They love Grumpy muffins. And it's just damned old powder muffin mix from the store, but I mix the heck out of it. I noticed the difference when the X mixes them and when I mix them. I just truly whip that batter completely up. I mean, there ain't no powder bits, no dry bits left in it. I mean, it looks like pudding almost because I whip it up so much.
sealing off the way.
But they love Grumpy muffins. Boy gets chocolate chip, and girl gets wild berry.
Broken pieces into things we repair.
I do not see that thumbtack, y'all. This is no good. Because you bet I'm going to find that bad boy later. And I'm not going to enjoy it. Maybe it stayed on the table. I heard it. I got a computer sitting right here, and I set the thumbtack on the computer, and it bounced off that computer and hit the keyboard. I heard it bounce off the keyboard twice, and it's not on the table right here, so I assumed it bounced its way to the floor. What the hell? Who knows? Like I said, I'll find it. That's what I'm saying. I'll find it. I just want to be the one stepping on it. I don't want the dog to step on it or my kid to or the grandkids to step on it. I'll find that bad boy a week from now. I won't even be remembering it. And when I do, I'll jump so dang hard and twist it. It's gonna tweak my back and all at the same time. The foot won't hurt as bad. It's gonna be the after effects of the body and the back hurting from jumping and twisting so hard. I can see it now. But I don't see that bad boy. Oh well. Let's see this. Maybe it's up here buried amongst my computer mess. No, I ain't got it. I'm wearing my old wore out Crocs. I ain't got it. And my damn dog tore those up. Like I said, I'm her damn sparring partner. I go to messing with her. She thinks my Crocs are her chew toys. Cause we'd go to playing and she'd go to biting on my toes and I wouldn't stop her, you know, and then it's just a puppy doing it. It was all cool, but then she's gotten a little bigger and them jaws is a lot stronger and she still thinks that she's puppy playing and she'll tear shit up.
Spins the lay, spaceship hum in the air, epoxy shining bright, colors rare, so unfair, aliens in the mist, whispers fill the void, roach
Is my baby the aggravating damn thing, but I don't think I'd know what to do if she wasn't around. Well, I mean, I know what I wouldn't be doing, but like I said, I think she's helped me out a little bit here lately. She damn sure knows when I'm in the funk.
Space-time. Alien beams hit, tools start to glow. Grumpy vibing hard, feels the artisan flow. Therapy session in the sawdust high.
Morning, sir. Alright, so first here, I'm gonna drop off at patient. Alright. Alright. Well, you know, I'll dang sure put it to use. Oh. I just cannot wait to get me some wheels, sir. Bet I get me some wheels, your butt's gonna have a YouTube channel going. You ain't gotta do a damn thing, you ain't gotta say a damn thing, but we're gonna set you up with one of them ASMR fish channels. Yup. Now you gonna get more subscribers and more viewers than I get. Yup. What tank you want to do it to? You want to do it to the rope fish? The rope fish want to be YouTube famous, man. You know they do. Them rope fish and them yellow shrimp, they wants to be YouTube famous. I'm just saying, I can feel it.
Workshop therapy, the grind finds its peace. Red eyes coated, medicated, sweet release. Chronic fades, anxieties drift to abyss. Join the tribe.
Hedrick's Homegrown Aquatics is my buddy that lives here local, and he's got my rope fish. He pushed me into the shrimp. Let's see, hell, it was a push between everything, I guess. You've had the rope fish for a long time, and we both had fish tanks for a long time and had different kinds, and then he graduated into getting a bunch of tanks for his guppies and his shrimps and stuff, and then I went into a couple of rope fish in a 55 gallon and had it forever, and then went into a couple of shrimp tanks. But then when I got to where I couldn't do the maintenance and stuff and keep up with my tanks, I started getting into a headspace over that, and I didn't want my tanks to suffer and my rope fish to suffer, so I give them all to my buddy. He set them all up with his tanks and stuff, and they're just thriving. They're awesome. Them rope fish, you have to look them up. They almost look like freshwater eels, but they're not an eel. It's like a lungfish. They can survive out of the water for a little while, but they have to stay moist. You know, they'll dry up and suffer eventually. But they're pretty cool. And them things live a long time. He had one forever and would still have it if somebody wouldn't have tried poisoning them a few times. But yeah. I do miss my tanks, but those were a lot of work. The rope fish tank was an all natural tank. No fake plants, had some driftwood in there. Hell, I had the driftwood sitting in a plastic tote in my kitchen for several years trying to waterlog it to where it wouldn't float because it kept wanting to float up and I wanted it in my tank bad. And I ended up eventually drilling through a big rock and putting a stud up through it and securing it that way to where it wouldn't float up no more. But yeah, tanks all natural plants. It was a beautiful tank. And we could set his tanks up like that with a camera and have it do a recording loop for about 30 minutes of just the bubbles going, you know, the bubbler and stuff in the tank and the water flowing into it, making the trickling sound and stuff, and have that nice quiet and isolate and what's the word? I can't think of the word, but have it all set up nice and quiet like that and then loop that sound through a 24-hour feed at the tank. You wouldn't have to say nothing, wouldn't have to do nothing. You just have a channel running 24/7. How many people don't like the aquarium screensavers and stuff like that? So you have a real aquarium playing and you can put it up on your TV or something. I'm babbling, but that would be cool. And you can rotate the camera from tank to tank from time to time. Have it set up on the rope tank for so many days. Have it set up on this tank. Have it set up on that tank. And heck, you can even break it off to separate channels, to separate camera feeds. Or dual channel, or same channel, just try to do the dual feeds somehow. Hell, Grumpy might have to turn around and set up another tank just to do it here too. I'm telling you, you can do it though. And you got the tanks and all for it. You can do it. Uh-oh, what happened? What did I do? Hold on, yo. Oh, close your eyes. We got some, I don't know what button I done pushed over here. Oop, YouTube don't want to see me doing that. There we go. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get the camera mounted back up. Was trying to zoom the camera in and I flipped the screen.
Grumpy carving under a neon sky, shapes Accent colors where the resin flies. Lighter cases shining like a cosmic stream. Every edge is sharper than a midnight dream. Roach clips glowing in a UV haze. Twisting time captured in.
This is where I need the camera to be about a foot higher. But then once it gets so much higher, I need a step stool to do my zoom in, to zoom in and out. That's a piece of the cedar that I got from Hedrick's right there. I had it tuned down and ready for a blank, and then I drilled it and tubed it. I'm gonna use that for that. Where did it go? Hardware. Here we go. For the Strong Ink kit, it's one of their ornament kits, the DK-2-G. It's a gold ornament kit that we're gonna spin that down. Got an idea of what I want to do for that shape, but being I have an idea of what I want to do for the shape, it's probably not gonna work out right.
Magic in the resin where the feelings grow. Welcome to the place where the epoxy flows.
Oh, sorry, y'all. That was hold on. All right. No. Whew. That was y'all heard me choking and trying to drown myself over here. I had to put it on my urn, aspirated and died on coffee. Oh, damn. I tell y'all that I swallow sometimes and it goes up my sinuses instead of down my throat like it's supposed to. I had me a big old mouthful of coffee wanting to swallow it and no. I just did a sinus rinse of coffee. I'm snorting my coffee this morning, y'all. Dang. They don't do it with liquid like that too often. It's normally my solid foods, which is worse, but damn. That was rough, y'all. I was fixing to turn this on and spin that, and I was taking me a couple of gulps of coffee and was gonna put my dust mask on. And, Path, have you had a chance to spin any of your Strong Ink pieces yet? I know your shop was starting to get into construction flow about the time you was getting everything in. Sorry, y'all. Folgers silk roast. Did me a neti rinse with that stuff. Ain't that what they call them things? Them sinus rinses. Not yet. Just got the unboxing done before. Okay. I want to do the pins, but I haven't done any of them yet. I've done that keychain ornament. And the keychain is the same thing as the finial ornament and stuff too. It's just they give you the little loop with the keychain and call it the keychain kit. And then like I said, it's the same tube, same mandrel size. It's just the end cap. That end cap's the same for it, except it's gold. And then they have you like a decorative. Here it is, right here. It's the same round. You can hook your keychain loop to it and make this one a keychain if you wanted. It's the same style. But then for the bottom cap, excuse me, they just got the decorative piece on there. So we do that one out of cedar. And I got an idea of my shape. I want to get this true so I can see how big this is to see how much room I have to play. And then I have to, I guess to make it right, I have to slow down and think on this to get it the way I want it to be. But let's see if we can play a bit before the kids wake up. Shoot, Carpenter needs to be getting with it. It's nice weather right now. At least it is here. It's cool. It's cool enough that you get out there and start working. You dang sure gonna warm up. Yeah, that was rough. Still got that coffee. I'm gonna be smelling coffee the rest of the day. The smell is stuck in my nose now. I want to get a vacuum chamber and my cactus juice and stabilize and stain and dye some of the cypress. I bet that stuff would take that stain and stuff so good. That's about the length of it where it ends off with the bushing. So we just go to the bush. No, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know the numbers, but I know there's math involved with this mess. Well, I know when you want to do a spear, you're going to have a certain length this way and this way and that way for everything to work out. So first to do all that, we got to have center. Oh, I need a smaller ruler. Yeah, so how long do we go? We're right at 2 inches. Right at 2. So that's dead center. Quite round either. Not quite round yet, but that's center. No shit, don't look center. Mm-mm. Mm. I don't know how to approach this right. They say Grumpy don't know what the heck he's doing. We just do it. And so it's like, Thank you. Look out. Alright, we gotta go further up in here. Alright. Yeah. You know what? Where did it go?
That bush and got a bunch of CA glue on it. That one's a little bit thinner than that one. There's a tiny ridge right in there, and I don't know what to do. I think if I just scrape it, let's see. See, I know what it is. I am not. Yes, I do that. What's up, Bubba?
Something on happy
Sit up there. Sit down if you want to sit down.
We're watching something on happy kids right now.
Happy kids, how long you been up? How long have you been awake? Look like you just woke up. You ready for muffins?
Not
Not yet. Oh, Sissy's still sleeping? Yeah,
yet. Wake up.
yeah. The coffee's almost done with this out here. And then I can come make you muffins. Yeah, you gonna go back in? Close the door when you go in, okay? That's my little man. Ooh, he slammed that door. That's cool. He ain't ready for muffins yet, so that gives me enough time to finish. Right? That's me. I like some muffins. I like making them with a little bit of better butter. Mhm. I don't feel it, but I like to think I do. So I like to make them with it in there. Ooh. I think the edibles is kind of like the CBD. I eat it, eat it, eat it, and once I get so much in my body, it's like, ooh, there it is. I just like cooking with it. That was some of my goodies last night. Is I like taking the chocolate I get. Whenever I do the edibles, I have to do it in a sublingual kind of effect. And so I like taking the little chocolates I get. They're RSO chocolates. And the milk chocolate, just those dissolve better when I suck on them. And so I'll get the milk chocolate ones. Then I have a tube of RSO. And so I'll take a toothpick and I'll dig a damn hole out inside the milk chocolate. Then I'll inject RSO into that. And so, yeah. We take that little 10 milligram chocolate and turn it into about a 50 milligram chocolate, and then we're good to go. Like I said, as old Spaner Gump says, I wants to be an astronaut. I've been self-medicating and shit far too long to be a space cadet. Y'all have to watch Stoner Jump to understand my terminology there. Biscuit and gravy. Hey, that's always good right there. My body just don't like that oily stuff no more. I wish it did. Alright, y'all, this is going to be awesome. We're fixing to put some Yorkshire on there. I'm not going to do a CA finish over this piece, although it would be awesome. I just feel sanding the CA finish with all this contour and stuff will be so hard. And then I like the smell of this cedar, and this cedar sands up and polishes good with the Yorkshire. So it'll get a gloss to it, but then after a couple of days that gloss will fade some, and then it'll still smell like cedar. That's what I like about polishing it this way. I've done it like this with almost all those roach clips that I've made out of the cedar. And it's going to darken up too, y'all, so here it goes. Woo! Oh, that color just come out. Oh, I love it. I can turn the dust collector off now. Take this mask off and I can feel like I can talk again. That's probably why my grandson didn't hang out. He don't like a bunch of loud noise. Slip the microphone off of me. Yeah, he's sensitive to loud noises and stuff. Now he's making them. He's all right. It don't seem to bother him as bad. But if it's something he's not controlling, he almost wants noise cancellation control. We'll go over this again. Let's absorb a bunch of that oil up. So that Yorkshire's got that mineral oil and beeswax mix with the micro abrasives. So it kind of polishes and shines and sands a little bit all in one. So I like using it on the cedar because it'll help seal it some, and then
so it's not as dry. And then, like I said, it won't be as shiny. It's not gonna polish up like the epoxy, but it will have that matte kind of shine to it. Right? That's what I got to get into doing. That's some of what I want to do with the lake. I don't want to be just the roach clip guy. Don't get me wrong. I love being the roach clip guy, but oh shit, there's sling and polish everywhere, Grumpy. I want to do more than just clips. You know, the vases and stuff and the bowls and stuff. I love that. But lidded boxes, I seriously want to do. I'm just intimidated because I've never done it. And then I guess the stock, having stock big enough to use. Like right now with my 420, I want to get into making little lidded boxes like toothpick containers and stuff, but then I'll take and use them as, you know, little 420 containers, you know. And I'm sure I could do them. It's just a matter of I get that executive decision dysfunction kind of stuff going, and then my crazy wannabe OCD, ADHD, all the alphabet on top of it together. I try to thrive for flipping perfection when there's no perfection to this. But it's just, I guess, my mind's eye, whatever you want to call it. If I can't see it that way, then I don't know. If I can't see it finished, if I can't see myself doing each step because I've never done the steps, then I hesitate on wanting to do it. But then it's like once I get out of my flipping head and do it for the first time, and it's like, oh my gosh, it comes out nice. And it's like, you dummy, it was so easy. Then I'll get into doing more of them. It's just breaking that initial hesitation and just doing it. Sounds easy, sounds silly, but yeah, there's all kind of cool stuff out there. But that's part of my head trips, y'all. It's something that's so simple that probably wouldn't take me crap to do. You know, once I figure it out, probably spit them out in 10 minutes. But it's just getting that initial. Oh, damn. Did y'all hear that? That was my fingernail. Ooh. It's just getting that initial confidence. There you go. I lack that flipping confidence and flipping everything. All right. Yeah, that would work good. If I'm going for that shine look, but I'm not with this. I want that, but that paste wax, I feel once you went over and locked it down to get that good shine, it's gonna lock that smell in too. And with this, I know, like right now, you take this piece off and go to smelling it, and you don't smell that beeswax or oil. It smells straight up like cedar. Right? Yeah, I know, Miss Princess. I've been looking into them. I got everything for them now. I just have to actually sit down and do it. You know, that's another one of them. I haven't done it yet. And it's like, I could probably do it okay. I just have to do it. I was like that with the pins. When I first got the pins, I was anxious, but at the same time, I was ready to do it, you know. But oh, look at that, y'all. Oh, that's pretty. Put this right here so I don't have to wet nothing. I just don't want to drop this hardware. I'm gonna press it right here on the lathe. I should have recorded this one. This was a nice piece. I had plans on recording it whenever I was setting up this morning, but I just didn't hit that record button.
Aliens red-eyed tripping through the night.
Well, maybe we can. Nah, we not recorders. We got another one that will record.
Therapy in motion, the wood starts to jive. A grumpy soul in each groove, each line.
But this is the Strong Ink Ornament Kit DK-2-G. The G is gold. I imagine you get it CH, get the chrome or whatever. If they got a chrome one, I'm not sure. I'd have to look them up and see. But these are awesome kits, and they're heavy. You know, they're not janky. I've liked that so far. I haven't opened up their pin kits, but I'm sure it's going to be just as good. Because this little old set, you know, that would be a I'll leave them up there. It would be easy, I squirreled out there. It would be easy to cheap out on something like this and throw together a little old cheap plastic little throw together kit, but that's not cheap plastic. That's metal. That's got some weight to it for that little bitty piece. You can feel it. It's let's see, what's the word? It feels quality. It don't feel janky. Yeah, on some of them. This one here don't really have instructions because I mean you look at it and it's explanatory. This one comes with just the tube and then these two ends, you know, so you know you're gonna drill and put your tube in there and cut your piece to the length of your tube, and then you just press them into your ends. And they'll tell you in the details in the descriptions on what mandrel or bushings and stuff you use and stuff like that. They do pretty good on them. It took me a minute. I was lost at first. That's why Old Path put the instructions in on his, because I was like, man, I can't figure out the pepper mill. I've watched a couple of different videos, but I'm trying to figure out how it goes together because I didn't send no. Oh, is that splitting? I think I got. Oh man. It's either a mark in the green or it's trying that piece of wood splitting already. But yeah, and on their website, when you go to buy their piece, when you check out right there under the add to cart, you'll have a link for instructions. And I didn't realize that link was there. And I looked, I told Opath I was going through the site trying, I said, there got to be a spot to find it. And he's like, yeah, it's right there. He's like, oh man, I'm a moron. Because yeah, I straight overlooked it. I gotta put my glasses on. I can't tell if that's a crack. Oh, I think that's a crack in the cedar. It is. That cedar's so dry it's trying to crack. Bummer. That's a pretty piece too. Oh well, live and learn. That's why I need my stuff to stabilize some of this stuff. stabilize it, and then that'll keep it from cracking on me like that, I guess. Still come out nice. Okay, we could have tuned that a little better right there. Still pretty. Oh yeah, Matthew, there's all kind of stuff. You say you want to do them in hand, like this kit right here. You could do this kit by hand. You don't have to turn this on a lathe. You know, if you wanted to hand carve something like that and play with your Dremel and tweak something like that, okay, this just right off the bat, thinking about playing with it for a Dremel. If you do like get away with the fine detail carving, this right here would be awesome. Same kind of design, same kind of shape. A little hat, carve a face and head and all into that. You got your little hanging wood spirit keychain or ceiling fan puller or something like that. You can do so much with that. And then this kit here in itself can be customized because that tube right there is just a 7mm tube. And so you can buy, you know, like I did, buy a pack of 7mm tubes. Shit, you make that thing, what, a foot long if you want it, you know, and just press your end and your end, and there you go. That's what's cool about them. But yeah, that come out nice. And then all I gotta do, I can turn this into the keychain, is just get a little gold keychain ring and slip through there. Oops, not, hold on. Whoop, there we go. I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot I was zoomed in. But it's got the hole right there in that end. And you can put the little keychain loop or put you a chain or whatever. And then I like that little... That turned out nice though. Let me see, let's switch it back over. And I said that's a sturdy kit. Like I said, that's got a quality feel to it with that weight. All right, where did that one's bag go? Keep them in their bags for the moment. Oh, I got cedar dust everywhere floating in here. That's why I want to get I'm going to get one of those nice shop style air cleaners to suspend from my ceiling over here above my where my lathes and stuff are at. I'm going to run that whenever I'm doing my workout here. This is the first one, and let's see, they market this one as a keychain, and they market this one just as an ornament. But like I was saying, it's that top cap is the exact same cap in that piece. You know, one's just gold, one's chrome or silver. You know, and then the bottom cap, same diameter, they just flattened that one off, and then they just added that finial look to that one. Now that would be cool. Take and not have that part on there, leave this part off, and then press this part onto the top of your lid or something, like you were saying, making it for finial for a lidded bowl. But you just get a gold keychain loop. Now this needs one more loop. This is a bit tight, I think, to use it as a keychain. You know, maybe hooking it to other keychains, yeah, but to add keys to that, nah, that hole's too tight, that loop's too tight, that won't be that functional. But hooking it to your keychain, you know, like a key, that would be awesome that way. Morning, PK. Thank you. Yeah, we did that out of a piece of cedar. I like the spears. Not quite. It's almost flat. Right there. I could have cut it in a little bit deeper, maybe. But ain't that how it goes? We always nitpick our stuff and but this one I love here. This one, that was a spalted maple. I could have done the CA finish. I look at it now, I can see some blemishes and stuff in there where I could have put a few more coats over it and then polished it back down. But I was too engulfed in the grain and the color and all. Wasn't really studying the finish until after I pressed it together. But yeah, that turned out nice, y'all. I like that. Ooh, that one's not gonna go back in there. It's too long. Stretch. That's awesome. All right, y'all. I did a little bit of stuff this morning. I gotta go in there and start muffins, because even if he's waiting for Sissy, they eat different types of muffins. So by the time I get his done, Sissy will be up for hers. But I got, where is it at? Let's see. Where's the next one? And this is the next ornament set. Again, it's the same way. It's that same cap on the top. And it's just to see. This one is DK-1-G for gold. But you know, there's no directions for these when you get them. Like I said, they're just basic. Just bloom bloom presses together. You just put your blank in for that and then go with it. Yeah, that'll be the same thing. It's just that one's just another finial point. So we got that one to do. Thought about doing that with that to see what we could come out of it, but don't think the gold quite goes with the blue and black. That I think would look better with a silver hardware. Silver or a gunmetal hardware. And then, I had this piece. I do these in the dab spoons, but I want to make them a little bit larger. Have a good day too, Miss Francis. I'm fixing to shut off. I'm just babbling for a second. But that one's about right. I'll probably have to lose just a little bit of length in that tube to use this as a blank. But that's just leftover pores from those clips that I did last. But that might go good with those colors though. So I don't know. I might do that. I've been thinking drill that out center and using that for this one. See how it'll polish up and whatnot. But that one, if we do, will be a recorded video. I won't do that one on live. It's nice. It's nice. It's 71 in the shop, and it was in the low 60s when I woke up this morning. Let's see where we at now. 63 out there right now. 67. 63 feels like 67, and 71 in the garage. So yeah, it's nice out there today. But all right, y'all have an awesome day. I'm fixing to shut down. I'm gonna go in there and play Muffin Man and start making my muffins for them babies. But thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. I hope y'all have an awesome day. Everybody stay awesome. Stay laid back. Remember, it's my job to be grumpy, and God bless everybody. Down there you go.
Tremble hums a lullaby, smoothing life's rough road. Anxiety scattered, such a heavy load. Every sculpture a testament, pain left behind. Sharp edges softened in the solace we find. Grumpy's workshop, where the stories survive.
Gotta love spam calls.